Right, good morning boys and girls. I've got this Hawkmatic apart and I'll show you how I did that. Not too involved, but look at all the crap that fell out of it. I haven't blown this out, this is just what's fallen out. In the bottom there's 6 screws and they hold these little gadgets on. Let's see if I can demo it here. And they lock into those little holes on those tabs, if you can see that. Try and get it. Focus. Yeah, so that's got a little dimple on it, and that hooks onto those tabs. Now I'm not quite sure how easy that's going to be to put together. Anyway, it's full of crap. I don't know whether I'll fix it or not. Here's the bottom. There's a screw under the sticker. You've got 6 screws and you've got to pull the rubber feet out, they're glued in. There's a screw under each one of those. So I'll take this outside and blow it out and I'll see if it'll work. Or at least see what's going on with it. So, well, the way I look at it is broken. So if I can't fix it, it still stays broken. Alright, I've cleaned it all out and it looks like it's functioning. I'll put a little bit of tobacco in there, I'll see if it'll make a cigarette. I've got that LED cover that's blinding. This start switch is actually a photo cell and we'll get it going, we'll see what happens. Well, it filled it, but I'll get another tube. Hang on. Oh, it's hard work, it's making me stretch. It looks like it's going to work. I'll cancel that order. It seems with these things like the Hawkmatic, probably every few thousand you're going to have to open them up. I don't know, this might be a prick of a thing to get back together. I don't know. We'll soon see. Right, it lives, it breathes, it moves. I'll cancel that order. And I'll see how I go getting it back together. Right, I got this back together. What I've decided is I've left this bottom cover off. It's 12 volt, it's safe. I mean, you shove your finger up there, you can get it chopped off by something, but I'm not that silly. And I've decided to leave all of these and the screws holding the top on off because it's such a damn tight fit on the top there. It'll make my life a hell of a lot easier next time I go to work on this thing. All I have to do is just put a sharp knife in there and prise it up and lift it off, instead of fooling around with these silly little gadgets. Anyway, God loves a success story and so do I. Right, this is all back together and you've got to learn from your mistakes, and the one thing I've learnt now is I won't ever force this again. I'll use this drill bit, I'll shove it up that hole and just gently twist it with your fingers backwards and forwards and pull the crap out, and then run the brush up that supplied to clean it out. Now that's how far it goes in. It's over 3 inches, 75, it's probably about 80 millimetre, 3 and a bit inches. So realistically is you need a long shanked drill bit, about 1/8, doesn't have to be exact, or 3.5 mil, okay? So I'll run some of these, and if it fails I won't post this video, so let's see what happens. Right, now the acid test. Now the other thing is your tobacco can't be too dry, because there's no way on God's earth did I put that dust into that machine. It didn't happen. And the only way I could have got in there is that during the processing that has broken it down into a dust. So now I'll keep the tobacco a bit more wetter. Alright, we'll see what happens. Brilliant. These got quite a bit of overhang. There's a reason for that. These Shrapio filters, the filter comes quite a way down, and so there's not that much room for tobacco. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you.